the way you are partying in December and eating all those nice, delicious food, me included, you knew you will be here asking, how can you survive in January? How can you survive the 100 days in January? January seems to be so long, okay? So we are here. Let's talk about the tips that you can use to help you survive January. The first thing you should do is know your financial situation. Of course, you had a budget for December, but you have gone over it. You have spent so much. Do you now know where you are? You need to know where you are in terms of how much money do you have right now, so that is what you are going to budget with, okay? Because just sit down, evaluate how much you have. Know your financial situation. Number 2, cut unnecessary spending. Like, cut it now. Unnecessary. Go back to the basics. The basics are food, shelter, clothing, okay? So, and then if you have a child who's going to school fees, anything that is not those four is unnecessary spending as of now. You'll resume it in February. I don't care if maybe you are used to having coffee at Java every week. Cut it out. I don't know if you're used to getting your pizza on Terrific Tuesday. Cut it. Cut unnecessary spend. Unnecessary. No shoe buying, no dress buying. Cut it off. Food, shelter, clothing, school fees. Even clothing, if it is not uniform, cut it off. The third way you can use to survive January, the third tip, is to reduce your spending on food. Food is the number one thing that can deplete all your resources. Food is very expensive. So we've already eaten all the nyamas, the meat, the fish, the chicken, wet fried, dry, soup, kienyeji. We have eaten all those things. So right now, we are not continuing the feast. Reduce your spending on food. Reduce the nyam choms, the everything. Reduce it, okay? To a minimum. To a minimum. The minimum that you can do. I'm not saying don't eat meat completely, but it is not a party. The party is over. The fourth tip you can use to survive January is to sort out your upcoming payments. If you would have thought of this before, you would have sorted out your upcoming payments in December, okay? Except maybe fees. But things like rent, if you did not pay rent in December, I really hope you still have that rent. If you still have it, pay your rent, pay your fees. Those are the upcoming bills. If you have internet, pay internet because you're going to use it maybe for work or whatever. Sort out those upcoming bills because you have less money. So if you don't pay those bills now, you'll be in a problem. You'll be in a financial problem because you'll be wondering, where are you going to live if your landlord throws you out? Sort out upcoming payments. The fifth tip, this may be difficult, but don't borrow. Avoid borrowing. Avoid borrowing, because this is the time that you will borrow so much. By the time you get your January salary, it is just going to be helping you to repay those debts, and then you remain with zero, and then you borrow again in February. By the time you get a handle of your, by the time you get back on track, we are in June or July. So avoid borrowing. Use what you have. Budget with what you have. Borrowing, no. Unless it's for basic things like rent, where will you live, or maybe school fees. But if you have the money, please just pay it. Avoid borrowing. The sixth tip you can use is to save on back to school supplies, because right now we are spending a lot as parents on the back to school supplies. Oh my goodness. Save. Find a way of saving money in that area. If you don't know how to, I already made a video. My previous video is on how to save money on school supplies. Ding ding. Go watch it. Save money on school supplies. The seventh tip you're going to use to survive January is to avoid going out. Again, the party is over. You are not going to be going out every night, partying, eating out, and you have less money. If you're one of those people, maybe you got a lot of, maybe you got a huge Christmas bonus, or maybe your salary is just too much. So maybe you are not affected. The December parting, whatever, has not dented your pocket, then maybe you can continue. But if you are a normal person, an ordinary person, cut down on the going out. Cut down on it, like go out only when you need to, or maybe like once in a while when you need to treat yourself. But it cannot be a routine. You cannot do it the way you have been doing it in December. Avoid going out. Number 8, guys, do you know that you can make your own lunch or carry your own lunch? Whichever. Point is related to point number 7. Avoid buying food from outside. It is expensive. It is very, very expensive. So if you can make your own lunch, make it. Carry it. If you can carry last night's dinner, the leftovers, carry. Go warm food at your place of work. If you cannot warm it, do you have a food flask? Food flask that you can carry the food in the morning. Go with it. Avoid buying lunch. We are tightening that pocket this January. The 9th tip that will help you to survive January is to use public transport. Do you know that public transport actually works? Yeah? Yes? If you're used to Ubers, maybe it's time to give them a break. Just a break, not stop completely. Just give them a break. Use public transport. It's cheaper, it's faster. Even if you have a car, if you can use public transport, you won't pay for parking wherever to when you're going to work, maybe to town, you won't pay for parking. Hello, fuel, hello. So use public transport as much as you can. The 10th and the last tip that will help you to survive January is to now start a side hustle. Think of that side hustle. Maybe the money that you have right now is over. Even if I tell you to, I don't know, save, it is nowhere to be seen. So what you need is more money, okay? So think of a side hustle. Think of something that can give you money in between as you wait for your salary, as you wait for maybe end of month or end of the week, depending how you get paid, or depending if you have a business, depending on how, when your business brings in cash. Just think of something extra, side hustle, manenos, okay? So guys, January is going to be long. It's going to be long. You're going to think that it's 3 months combined. But you can use these tips to help, like, cut back on expenses and use the money, the little money that you have, to get you through January. I wish you all the best. As usual, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, be good to yourself and be kind to others. Bye.